Have recommended the death penalty for convicted murderer John DeBlase. Earlier this week, that same jury found DeBlase guilty of murdering his 3-year-old son Chase and 4-year-old daughter Natalie.
Fox News reporter Candace Murphy followed the trial from the very beginning. She joins us live now from Government Plaza. Candace.
Bob and Lenise, this has been a very emotional trial and a lengthy one. It took jurors only 2 hours to recommend the death penalty for convicted murderer John DeBlase. Now, this trial, it took 4 years for it to begin, and then once it did, it took 4 weeks from start to finish. Natalie DeBlase, John's little girl, was 4 years old when she was killed on March 4th. Today, John's parents were inside the courtroom when jurors recommended the death penalty for their son, a convicted murderer. As John DeBlase walked into the courtroom, he flashed a hand signal to his mother, Ann, to let her know he loves her. DeBlase has been in jail since December of 2010 when he was arrested for killing his 2 young children, 3-year-old Chase and 4-year-old Natalie. Today, jurors recommended DeBlase be put to death. His mother, Ann, distraught, leaving the courtroom.
Right now, I just can't believe it.
DeBlase's Aunt Rose Hathcock was also in the courtroom.
How would you feel if your son was, if you were just told your son was going to be put to death? How would you feel? That's not a fair question at all. She's a mother. She's just lost her grandchildren. She's lost her son. So how would you feel?
Mobile County District Attorney Ashley Rich says it's been an emotional case for everyone involved.
This case was senseless, absolutely senseless. And as I said in closing statements, that these babies would have been 7 and 8 years old, they would have been in 2nd and 3rd grade, and they would have been very much a part of our vibrant community, but they're not because of what this defendant did.
Rich says she's pleased with the jury's recommendation in the longest criminal case ever tried in Mobile County.
It's been a long 4 years, it's been a long 4 weeks, but finally we have justice for these children, these babies who were so brutally and viciously killed at the hands of their father. At this point, this trial is over, and we move into the next trial, which is of the co-defendant Heather Keaton, which we thoroughly intend to try in the spring because of her actions and her part in this as well.
Circuit Court Judge Rick Stout will hold a sentencing hearing on December 11th where he could uphold the jury's recommendation, or he could recommend that John DeBlase spend his life in prison without the possibility of parole. Now, DeBlase's common-law wife, Heather Keaton, is still at Mobile Metro Jail. She was arrested in December of 2010. Her murder trial is scheduled to begin in the spring. For now, reporting live at Government Plaza, I'm Candace Murphy, Fox 10 News.
The former